Hey everybody, it's Christy Birchville. Today we are looking at Galatians and we're in chapter 3. We started it yesterday, so if you missed anything, make sure you go back and check out the link below in the description. It'll take you to the playlist, so you can go back through the entire series that we've done so far on no distractions. Today we're reading chapter 3, verses 15 through 22. And what we find here is that the people of Galatia, they were having some thinking problems. So they were doing a lot of thinking, and that's actually the problem. They got started overthinking. And, they had been told by Paul, Christ came, Christ died for you, accept Christ. So that was great, and they did that. But then after Paul left, they started, the Jewish tradition says you should do this, and they started kind of thinking, well, we just need all of this together. Paul had to come back and say, hang on a minute. So here in chapter 3, verse 18, we see Paul making the argument. He says, for if the inheritance depends on the law, then it no longer depends on the promise. But God in his grace gave it to Abraham through a promise. He wanted the Galatians to understand, don't overthink this. Don't get in the place where you're running your brain around all of this stuff. It really is as simple as it sounds. The Christian life is remarkably easy to understand. Absolutely incredibly difficult to live, but it's very easy to understand. We are not perfect. Christ was. He lived the life that we could not. He died the death that you and I deserve because our sin demanded it. We saw that in some of the previous sessions. And God raised him from the dead so that we, through him, can live victorious. That's the Christian faith. That's the walk with Christ. The Galatians were trying to add in other things and saying, okay, well, the law. And Paul's like, no, promise. God gave us the promise. It's not the promise and the law. It's the promise. And we need to make sure that one of the easiest ways to get distracted is to start overthinking things. We start running through our brain and trying to make sure everything makes perfect logical sense, and God's word absolutely makes sense. We just don't always completely understand how that's so. The issue here at hand is we don't need Christ and anything else. It's not Christ and the law, Christ and the good works, Christ and no, it's Christ. That's what we need for salvation. Have you come to the place where you have placed your faith and trust in Jesus Christ because he died the death that you deserved and God raised him up victorious? Have you accepted the promise of God? This isn't about the law and keeping the law. This is about the promise. Don't get distracted with all the overthinking. And if you've not come to the place where you've made that decision, realize that God is trustworthy. He died for you so that you can live victorious through him. Make sure you subscribe so I see you every morning, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks.